Let's go. Back at it with the greatest podcast ever created. Best MMA knowledge of all time, baby. I just wanted to get on here because I know that we didn't do an episode last week for good reason. It was a tough ass week, honestly, last week. I had to do a full 3D modeling thing, and it's just not it, man. Not it. But we ended up going to the coast.
Very time consuming.
And it was fun. And that's what I was looking forward to. And plus the card,
you got to see
besides the main event, that's all I wanted to see.
Yeah, and you got to see that when we were at the coast. You watched a little bit of it.
It was a freaking fire fight. If it wasn't for freaking Blanchfield being such a good ass grappler and ending it early, we would have got a freaking stand up show. But Erin Blanchfield, absolute killer. We already knew this though. After she mauled Miranda Maverick back 2 years ago or a year ago, we knew she was gonna be it. And against Valentina Shevchenko, you never know what it's going to be. But I thought that I wasn't a believer.
You didn't have faith.
I thought Andrade was just too much. But
proved wrong.
Erin looked good on the feet. She was stinging her with some shots. And I know Andrade is a little bit wild, but it was a really good overall outing. And when things aren't going right for Blanchfield on the feet, even though they were going actually pretty freaking well, she can always just change levels and then end up choking you out. And it doesn't even, she'll just pass your guard instantly, no hesitation. She just goes, she knows right. There's no stalling. Sometimes you watch somebody and be like, I'm going to set something up. And she's like, you know what? I'm not going to wait to set something up. I'm just going to take advantage and just bet on somebody making a mistake. Because I feel like that's sometimes people are a little too patient. With me, with my living room black belt, baby. But yeah, I just had some other things because mostly I just wanted to talk about what was it last week, or what was that, UFC 284? Just kind of posed some questions, and then this upcoming weekend of fights is definitely a lot more prospects on this fight card. But came up with a little bit of a game that I wanted to play. I don't know if you want to start off with that. And then just a few more other topics. We'll talk about welterweight division, sprinkle in our weekly Jailton Almeida segment, you know what I'm saying? Because I wish more people cared about that. If I post something about that, I wish more people watched it because they would understand how passionate I am about him and how good that I think he's going to be. But we'll get to that later.
Let's do the game.
So it's basically featherweight bracket fight. All right, we're not actually going on the website because there is a bracket fight website. All I did is I feel like the featherweight division is in a point where it's pretty narrowed down in terms of who can beat Alexander Volkanovski, and that's basically that's what we gauge everything on, is what fighters can take out the champion.
Yeah,
and obviously that changes when a new champion comes around or dethrones the old champion. But as of right now, Alexander Volkanovski, pound for pound, number one.
But didn't he just fight and lose?
Yeah. But since it was so close.
That make the other guy the champion?
No, he moved up to one. He was fighting at 155. No, I thought you meant that it is kind of interesting, though, not having. Because there's been so many, especially watching Ariel Helwani, there's been so many theories who should be number one. Yeah. And it's Islam did good. And I was talking to you about it in the car. That people are blinded by the fact that
no one can stand a chance against him usually.
Alex did good. But we can't give him rounds for what?
Totally. For just doing better than other people have.
And even though the better was a lot better than what other people have done,
it still isn't better than him.
Yeah. And it's not a very it's a touchy subject, especially for the people down under. But
I know. I just hear Kellan is watching a video, and I just hear some guy just with a New Zealand accent, and he's saying he sounds really depressed. And he's and I'm like, is that Alexander? I was like, yeah,
yeah.
So he was just depressed.
Yeah, but. Dude, I don't know what judge did it, but the 49-46 really isn't that far-fetched. If we're looking at it, those rounds were extreme, razor thin, baby.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It could... Obviously, Volk won the last round. If we're looking at it in terms of nobody lost that. Volk did better than we all expected him to do. He was absolutely reigning ground and pound in the 5th round. He was winning the fight. He broke down Islam, but Islam prior to that was doing pretty well, touching him up on the feet. But it was just the perfect combination of we got everything we wanted. We got to see a weakness, a chink in Islam's armor, and then we also got to see Alexander Volkanovski kind of morally win that fight, even though not in it. he doesn't view it that way. He wants to be double champ, but I don't know if you did enough, bro. Like, even in the rounds that you thought you won, Islam was still freaking, like, he was on your back, taking you down, popping you with shots. And when you're going like this, like, your head snapping back and you're like, okay. And that happened like 8 or 9 times in the fight. I don't know. Like, he besides like knocking down Islam in the 5th round and then like kind of wobbling him in the 1st round, even though like it just doesn't compare. Islam won that fight, I think. But Alex won in all of our hearts, you know? But we kind of went on a little bit of a tangent there. But I was looking at the rankings, 145, even though we already know all the divisions are stacked, like 135, 155. But in terms of going through the 145-pound division, this is Kellan's hand select squad bunch that I put together in a tournament, all right?
Okay.
And we're going to select who would win each. I already sent it to one of my friends. He had a very interesting hot take on it. But I put them in there's 5 total guys, and then we'll go through it to see who in the end would face Volk and if they would beat Alexander Volkanovski, okay? And so just to be fair, so going through the rankings, I was hand selecting guys that obviously can beat Volk. So I picked Yair Rodriguez, who's probably going to be unifying the belt here soon. I picked Ilia Topuria, Arnold Allen, and Movsar Evloev. There's a bunch. That's just like the tier of guys that I think that has the skill set to actually go up and challenge Alexander, give him a tough fight. Besides that, like Josh Emmett, we know probably isn't going to do much against Alexander. Like, you can extend this as far as you want, but at the end of the day, you're going to get to the same pack. So I just wanted to shorten it down to as much as it could be. Like, Giga has good skill set. Calvin, nah. But, so I matched up my 1 seed, okay? My 1 seed is Max Holloway. He has a 1st round bye. And so we have the 4 guys, because even though Yair is the number 1 contender right now, Max has the dub over Yair recently. And that just emphasizes how freaking good Max Holloway is, because beating Yair Rodriguez in Yair Rodriguez's current form, which is probably he's top 3 like best 145ers on planet Earth on any given night, could probably be number 1. Like, he hurt Max significantly in their fight, like on multiple occasions. So the fact that Max took that fight, we didn't know like what that was going to be. We're thinking it was Max kind of downfall. Like, is he as good as he used to be, or is Yair just really that good? Because we haven't seen Yair, I don't think, since it was like a 3-year hiatus or something, or multiple years. So yeah, but Yair is the legit guy. So I matched up Yair versus Ilia Topuria. Okay. And then I matched up Arnold Allen versus Movsar Evloev. And then obviously the Max is in the 1 seed. So it's tough. And I'm really just coming up with this right on the spot, all right? So you haven't given much thought? No, I have been giving it thought. It's just, you do this 100 times. Yeah. There's 100 different results. Yeah. Like, you can't say that about a ton of different matchups all the time, but on any given night, all 4 of these guys could beat each other. And they're just the cream of the crop at 145. These are the best guys in the world, especially when it comes to beating the champion. In terms of the first match, we'll start with Arnold Allen versus Movsar Evloev. I know you probably... You think Movsar? Movsar. Beat Arnold Allen? Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to have to go with... Arnold Allen is an absolute savage. You're gonna go Arnold Allen has probably the craziest uppercut in the entire UFC, and he can put your lights out. And not afraid to get in a little bit of banger fight, especially in that Dan Hooker matchup, but also can grapple with the best of them. This is why I matched them up, because I know Ilia and Yair both kind of good, but they like striking first. Arnold Allen and Movsar, I just would love to see Movsar freaking shoot on Arnold Allen, see what happens. Movsar, obviously you give the edge to Allen in the striking department, but Movsar is pretty clean on the feet. He can crack you, he can knock you down. But in terms of when you're fighting Movsar Evloev, you're gonna get dumped on your ass. So you're gonna choose Allen? It's a coin flip, baby. But I'm gonna choose Movsar Evloev to get past Arnold Allen. Okay. I'm agreeing with you, Bianca. All right. So in bracket fight number 1, Movsar Featherweight Grand Prix tournament. This would be all we know is, without even talking about anything else, is those 2 fights right there are absolute crackers, baby. Like, that'd be insane. Like, Yair Rodriguez versus Ilia Topuria. Probably would be probably one of the greatest fights in the history of the promotion. Same with Allen versus Movsar.
Do you not think they're gonna do it?
No, it won't obviously work out like this. Eventually, probably some of them will run into each other but this is just for fun.
Yeah.
Yair versus Topuria. I can see this going one of two ways.
Topuria.
Yeah. You guys know how much I love Ilia. But like, a good point was brought up. Ilia Topuria did get kind of cracked by Jai Herbert with that head kick and was kind of on wobbly legs there.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably.
I think anyone
I think most people
would get a little crack with
Jai
the
Herbert,
head.
especially when you're going up a weight class. Jai Herbert he's probably one of my favorite guys. Like, he's hilarious and he is underrated for the lightweight division. Okay, his boxing is pretty freaking clean. So stand up, we got to give Ilia a bit of a pass there because that's a tough fight. Especially, I don't know, Jai Herbert he's not a freaking slut. He's no slouch. So
He said slut.
he's not a
He's not a freaking slut.
He's not. But would Yair piece up Ilia? I'm talking to you guys. I don't know, man. I think Ilia would probably end up shooting. But then Yair's dangerous off his back. But then Ilia Topuria knows what he's doing, so he's not gonna get submitted. I can't.
You don't think he'd be submitted?
I don't think he would get submitted, dude. This is why this is such a fun.
I think it's Topuria then.
This is the funnest bracket you could make in the entire UFC right now. Oh baby, but Yair looks so clean. Like, his striking looks so good since the Ortega fight. There was no lapse. Like, he just carried that sucker right into this last fight and looks.
But because he didn't take.
Scary, bro. Like, if I pick one guy to just stand with Alexander Volkanovski, no other realm.
Well, that's how you need to view this. Literally,
but
based
Alexander
off
can
the
change
two of
levels
them,
and beat him up by taking him down.
But based on the two guys, who do you see
Who's the better
standing a
mixed martial
chance?
artist? No, I'm talking about on the stand up. Like, if we're just straight stand up fight, Yair would, I think.
No, I know. But I'm saying against
straight up MMA versus Alex is what we're going off of. It's a hard choice. I'm going Ilia. So Bianca and I are on the same page. We've got Movsar versus Ilia, which is literally was supposed to happen last year in his Kellan's dream fight.
If it was supposed to happen last year, why don't they make it happen again?
Because I forget what happened. I think somebody just got hurt. I think Movsar got hurt, maybe?
Or COVID or something.
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to 1 seed, right?
Ilia versus Movsar, dude. Oh baby,
that's sick.
I think Ilia pieces him up on the feet because Movsar's going to try to dump him on his butt. He's probably going to get him there, but all Ilia does is just scramble back up to his feet. I'm an Ilia homer, dude.
I think Ilia also.
But his skills are undeniable. But when it comes to Movsar Evloev, this is the two best guys that I think have the best shot at beating Volk right now. But I'm going to have to go with Ilia. All right?
Cool. I agree.
And this could be one of Kellan's all-time greatest matchups in the history of the MMA. You get Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway. And I think Max Holloway, as I stated previously, is probably going to beat Arnold Allen. Like, I think he's going to run through Arnold Allen, even though Arnold Allen could easily he could become the champ by the end of the year, without a doubt. But if we're doing things this way, I think just because we've seen Max versus Volk multiple times, we'll say Ilia gets past Max, even though I don't think that would happen. But we're just going to do this for fun, though. We're just going to do this for fun, though. So Ilia gets past.
You don't think
Max.
that could happen?
Huh?
You don't think that could happen?
I think it could happen, but Max is just such a freaking good boxer, dude.
Biased opinion. Well, no,
all of these fights, you cannot say this for any other kind of thing in the in any other division. Any other thing. You can't say that every single fight in the top 5 between like guys that are ranked are going to be this good.
Yeah.
But I can guarantee you, if you matched any of these together, Ilia Topuria is a superstar. Let's get that straight. Any fight, everybody rises to his level, and he's just going to come guns a-blazing, throw his freaking sick body shot, overhand right combination. Movsar Evloev dump you on your butt, will impress everybody. And then Arnold Allen is so exciting. So, like, and Yair Rodriguez is cleanest striking. Some of the cleanest striking MMA just in general. So, all of these fights are beautiful. But I'm going to be real with you right now. no matter who freaking gets there, nobody's beating Volk, dude. Nobody's beating Volk at 145.
You don't think Ilya can beat Volk?
I think he can. But Ilya's young. He's like 27.
And how old is Volk?
Volk's like in his prime. He's like 34, 35. Ilya's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
You can't fast track Ilya this far.
Imagine how Ilya's going to be when he's in his 30s. His prime.
Dude, he's going to be
That's going to be insane.
God. Same with Movsar. The 145-pound division is freaking loaded, baby. There's some young guns coming up.
So we still have Volk winning.
Yeah, Volk's still going to win. But the whole point of this was to just see who
could
would
stand
come
a
out.
Chance.
Or, yeah, who would come out of this tournament to face Volk.
Yeah, and I think Ilya is the right choice.
Yeah. My next segment that I was going to talk about, though, was kind of where does Movsar fit into this whole entire equation? Just because I think Movsar, as we've just previously stated, even though I don't have him getting to that final spot against Volk in my tournament, does not mean that I don't see he's at number 10 right now. The sky's the limit for this guy. And the way that he can just his striking is pretty clean. Like, he doesn't get hit that much, even though he did. I think it was he's fighting Hakeem Dawodu, right? I think so. And he got kind of pieced up at the end of the fight, but he basically just ragdolls everybody he fights. Like, Dan Ige is seriously can knock out anybody on planet Earth at any given moment. And Movsar just nullifies everything, dude, and can just dismantle you. So I really believe that if you match up Movsar against maybe like a Chan Sung Jung, Movsar versus Josh Emmett would be really fun. I don't know what you do with Movsar at this point. I don't know if he could fight Giga. I don't know if they're buddies or whatever, but Movsar poses serious problems for anybody ranked above him. And that's why I just, like, even if you because if you switch this tournament right here and put Yair versus Movsar and Taporia versus Allen, it's tough to not give Movsar a shot there against Yair Rodriguez, just because the threat of the takedown and the guy, even though he didn't seem to really get tired in his Dan Ige fight. So if his gas tank can
withstand
throughout a whole 15 minutes, 25 minutes, he can freaking Hamzat you, baby. And that's why I didn't know he has 1.1 million followers on Instagram.
No
dude.
way.
He's famous as hell.
What?
Yeah, and I don't think anybody else has that low.
No, has that many followers. No way. That's like a Connor.
So that is Connor's got like 34
but I
more
mean, like,
more. Yeah, Movsar's 29. Dude. All I'm saying is it's a rough day in the office when you're fighting Movsar Evloev, no matter who you are. So that's where he fits in. He fits in right at the top. If you are, in my opinion, he's top 5 right now. He just has to get another fight in. And if he can just have an impressive performance against whoever they match him up against, it's game over, baby.
Game out.
Game out. Who are you going to put him against? Brian Ortega? Because I think you just leapfrog him.
No way.
Because Calvin's hurt. Chan Sung Jung, I don't even know. Chan Sung Jung is a pretty freaking favorable matchup for Movsar. Josh Emmett's a tough-ass motherfucker.
Oh, my God.
And everybody else is taken, really, besides Ortega.
Taken?
They're cuffed. He's not going to fight him down. That'd be stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh. It's craziness up in here, dude. And speaking of divisions, where it is tough to get to that title shot, I was just thinking, some fun topic. Welterweight division is absolute ass right now. To be at the top of that, you got Colby Chaos Covington, you got Bilal Muhammad, you got Kamaru Usman, who is the rightful champion, who just got caught with a leg kick. And I love Leon Edwards, but rewatched that fight the other night, and it was
I definitely think Usman.
What I want to know, who do you think wins that fight, the rematch? Who do you think wins the rematch?
Usman.
I don't know where to lean on that.
Why?
I really think that Leon Edwards striking, especially when this fight isn't going to be at elevation, at altitude like the other one was.
Yeah.
I just don't think Leon's going to gas out. The striking's clean. But we don't count out the Nigerian nightmare. I'm serious.
I mean, I think Usman is like
count out the Nigerian nightmare.
The craziest. Like, he could definitely do
You're
it.
not going to knock out Kamaru again. It's like, what are you going to do? You're going to set up the same freaking combination that he's been training and thinking about since the moment that you did it to him?
Probably crying.
Yeah.
Having nightmares. You think he's going to let you do it again?
I hope it's just a freaking 2-2 going into the fifth round. I hope it's a good fight. But I just don't think that Kamaru Usman is done.
No.
He's the guy. It's going to be such a good fight. But as I'm talking about, though, we got Bilal Muhammad, no fight. Khamzat Chimaev, no fight. Colby Covington, no fight. Gilbert Burns is going to be taking on Jorge Masvidal, which I don't know does much. But let me lay out a scenario in which Shavkat Rakhmonov gets a title shot before Khamzat Chimaev. Let's lay this out. Going through it a little bit. Stuff like this makes sense. Shavkat Rakhmonov goes in there, beats Jeff Neal, who Jeff Neal got extremely lucky that Vicente Luque is an absolute dog and wanted to fight him. Jeff Neal, his left hand was undeniable the night that they fought, and so Vicente Luque just gave up his ranking to Jeff Neal, it's a debatable whether should be up that high, but he is dangerous nevertheless, okay? Shavkat goes in there, gets job done against Jeff Neal, which I made a video that Jeff Neal's not going to be a pushover. Shavkat's got to be smart in there because all it takes is one from Jeffy, and your face first into the face first into the canvas, if you know what I'm saying. So, Shavkat takes care of business with Jeff.
That's his nickname, Jeffy. Or Jiffy.
Hands of Steel.
Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Peanut Butter.
Do we need to do a new video? We need to
We're going to do a new video of, we did way back when we first started filming. We gave guys nicknames who didn't have nicknames.
Yeah.
And we should do that as a segment again because we came up with
agree.
so many funny ones.
I still think Highway 2 is one of the greatest.
Highway 2.
Raw Dog is the best, though. Without a doubt.
But we didn't
Raw Dog Royval.
What was the one that I came up with that was actually good?
The blank.
Oh my god, the clip of
Glover, I think.
Because he has no tattoos. And I was like, that's like rare in the UFC. And I was like, because he's like a blank
Sounds
slate.
like a Viking thing.
I don't know.
Glover the blank is coming.
But yes, I gave Glover to Shara. Glover the blank to Shara. Is that how you pronounce the last name? Teixeira?
Mm-hmm.
Teixeira? Because he has no
when you really hear it, he was like, Glover Teixeira? Like, yes, Yuri. It's Glover Teixeira. Freaking love Yuri Prochazka, dude. It's gonna be sick. Speaking of light heavyweight, we've got an absolute bang coming up. But
okay, let's get this rolling.
Let's get this absolute rolling. So as we were saying,
are we gonna talk about the card? This upcoming card?
Yeah, we will. Shavkat Rakhmonov gets into Jeff Neal. I'm just talking about a path in which Shavkat gets a title shot really soon, which we need as UFC fans. Shavkat beats Jeff Neal, like I've said 5,000 times. Gilbert Burns takes out Jorge Masvidal. If Jorge Masvidal beats Gilbert Burns, I will actually quit this. Because that would throw the biggest.
So actually, I will no longer UFC podcast
if Jorge Masvidal lands a right hand on Gilbert and drops him and ends the fight. The UFC is gonna be like, what the? We're giving you Gilbert Burns to get you the fuck out of here, man.
Can you? Yeah, that'd be crazy.
That's what they're doing. They want Gilbert Burns to just beat the shit out of Jorge and just say, Jorge, retire. You know. I think it might have just jacked up the camera.
No, it looks fine.
Shavkat versus Gilbert Burns for that #1 contender spot. Mm-hmm. Because at some point, Bilal Muhammad is going to fight Colby Covington or Khamzat Chimaev, and they're going to get a shot. But after that, if we get Gilbert Burns fighting Shavkat Rakhmonov, there is no reason why they need to fight anybody else. If Shavkat Rakhmonov gets by Gilbert Burns, you're going to give that boy a title shot. And if Gilbert Burns can get past the buzzsaw Shavkat, you're going to give that boy a title shot. I don't care. Because Shavkat Rakhmonov is basically Khamzat Chimaev. Don't even get me started on Khamzat versus Shavkat matchup. Because that would be
Hamza Shavkat.
Hamza would be in for a rude awakening against Shavkat Rakhmonov. Because you're not going to take Shavkat down. And if you can't take Shavkat down, he's going to spinning heel kick right up the noggin.
That sounded like a rap.
If you can't take Shavkat down, if you can't take Shavkat down. Shavkat's going to send that heel spinning around the other side of his body right onto the back of your cerebellum, baby. Wherever that is.
Cerebellum?
It's part of your brain, yeah?
I said noggin.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Okay.
That's it.
Let's go.
That's it for that.
To the...
You want to talk about the card really fast? We're just
If
going to
you
talk
want.
about the main event.
It's coming up tomorrow, so we might as well just give her a little 2 cents.
Yeah, no, but what we're going to do is this video is going to assume that Nikita Krylov beats Ryan Superman Spann. And if he doesn't beat him, it'll just throw this whole thing in the freaking trash. But Nikita Krylov, I'm going to be confident that he gets past Ryan Superman Spann.
Is he the favorite?
Should be. And Nikita Krylov is probably one of the most exciting light heavyweights that we need right now, just with the doctor order, all right? Like I said, I made a similar video about Hiri Prochazka, but the way that he came in at guns a-blazing against Volkan Ozdemir and got that, he basically got his dub back because Volkan beat, what's his name? Paul Craig, and Paul Craig submitted Nikita on that crazy, just threw up that triangle submission.
What's his ranking?
I think he's like number 7 or something, dude.
And what's his nickname?
Are we gonna the Miner?
The Miner.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Nikita the Miner.
You're thinking of something here?
That's just kind of an odd one.
I think his family.
I think
they grew up doing in coal mines.
Oh, yeah. Should be Nikita the Dragon. He doesn't get the joke. Do you know who Nikita Dragon is?
Is that an animated show?
No. It's this person. I'll show you later. But as soon as I saw Nikita, that's all I thought of.
Nikita Dragon.
She's an influencer.
Stop it with me. I gotta look this up now.
But she went to jail, I think.
She doesn't look real. Looks like a porcelain doll. Dragon.
I know.
Dragon. Dude. Yeah, no, but what if he did his nickname with the UN?
Yeah.
Dragon.
Nikita. Wait,
Dragon.
Is it spelled the same?
Dragon?
No, Nikita.
Oh, yeah. It's exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
Who wins in a fight, the Dragon or the Miner? I think the Miner got it in the bag, honestly. I don't know. She looks scary, though. She looks like she could, like,
okay,
shoot lasers out of her
maybe I
eyes,
shouldn't
huh?
have said anything because...
What is she? Was she like a... What did she do? Why is she in jail?
So
Ask Judge.
she's a transgender activist kind of too, because she's a transgender female, and she got sentenced to jail, but she was in the male's cells. Oh. So it was this big problem.
Okay, so a fight wouldn't be completely out of the realm of possibility.
Okay, don't get canceled right now.
I'm not.
No, but Nikita Dragon she is like a makeup influencer, I think too. I'm not really sure, but she like does her makeup really well, fashion. But I don't know why she went to jail. I think it was something where she like hit a police officer.
Charged with felony battery?
I think it was hitting a police officer. But it was sad because she was in the male's, I don't know what it's called, like cells.
Yeah, I don't know the rules on that. But all we know is that Nikita Krylov, let's just keep this on the bright Nikita, the one that actually matters and the one that's going to be freaking champion.
Okay, let's not say the one that actually matters, just the one that we're talking about is
the one that's relevant to this podcast. The one that matters. The future light heavyweight champion of the world, Nikita Krylov, who's not afraid to just go straight in the pocket, start slanging and banging with the best of them, and also can take anybody down. What are you going to do? Hold Nikita on the ground? No. Nikita's going to hold you on the ground, and he's going to get in that pocket. He's going to start swinging. Is he going to take one on the chin? Maybe. Is he going to drop to a knee? Maybe. Can he get knocked down? Maybe lose a round or two? Maybe. But is he going to be in it for the entire fight? Yes. And we saw in that Magomed Ankalaev fight, he definitely has heart, and I think he's improved a lot since then, and we're going to see... I just really hope he just beats the shit out of Ryan Superman Spann, because I just don't really like that guy, you know? I'm going to be on record saying it. I don't think... He's just really cocky.
I'm going to be on record saying it.
Ryan Superman Spann could kill me. And also,
Definitely.
Ryan Superman Spann, jab, takes out Dominic Reyes. Don't know if that says more about Dominic Reyes' chin or just that Ryan Superman Spann is just really powerful. I think it's a combo of both.
Yeah, I was going to say
Combo
probably both.
Also, we're going to see Andre Muniz take out, I mean, though, I freaking love Brandon Allen, but it's going to be a long day at the office for him.
Brendan Allen?
Yeah.
Allen.
Yeah.
That's his nickname?
All in, yeah.
All in.
All in.
Brendan All in Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Andre Muniz, though.
What's his nickname? Let's give it to him.
I think he's got one, though.
Oh.
Sergey Pano. I think that's supposed
Sergey
to.
Pano.
I think that's supposed to be some type of snake or something.
Oh.
I don't know, but Andre Muniz, champion, baby, middleweight. It's time. This is the time. This is an interesting matchup, though. Brendan, he's getting lucky here. I know that he's won like 4 of his last 5. He's looked really good, especially on the ground against Krzysztof Jotko. But Andre Muniz can just strangle you, pin you up against the octagon, and take you down 15 times and throughout an entire fight. So it's just going to be really tough. And plus, he's got pretty good striking. So Andre Muniz is one of the best contenders in middleweight. So it's going to be tough for Brendan. But that's my picks, though. Those are the guys you got to watch. Andre Muniz, Nikita Krylov, future title contenders. Also, Mike Malott. We saw him knock out Mickey Gall first round. Or I don't know if it was first round, but he knocked him out. Charles Johnson has looked really good in his earlier this year. He looked really clean and crisp. I forget who he was fighting, but was he fighting Zaruk? No, not Zaruk. He was fighting Jimmy Flick. I remember he fought Jalgis in November last year. Yes, sir. So we got Nikita Krylov taking that dub, and we got Andre Muniz taking the dub. There's one last thing that I want to talk about that we just gotta hit on real quick, and it's the fact that we have a dude committing absolute crimes right now in the UFC. Like, he's straight up finessing the entire UFC organization right now. And his name's Jailton Almeida.
And how is he finessing?
Because he gets in the UFC, he beats up Danilo Marquez. I think he goes in there against he beats Parker Porter, beats Shamil Abdurakhimov. I think he beat Anton Turkalj or something like that. And before we know it, the dude's fighting Jairzinho Rozenstruik, who is undoubtedly a phenomenal matchup for him. Jairzinho has not won very many fights in his last few fights, and then he just knocks out Chris Daukaus, who was kind of on a losing skid. He's got knocked out his past couple times, I think. And Jailton Almeida's sliding in here. And dude, my hot take, do not be surprised if Jailton Almeida gets a title shot by the end of the year and has that strap on by the end of the year, baby. As long as Johnny Bones isn't the champion, if Cyril Gane gets this dub, we could see Jailton Almeida as the undisputed baddest man on the planet Earth. Because what's Jairzinho versus Jailton? Jairzinho's at number 9. Jailton Almeida's at number 14. Jumping fast track up the ladder. We wanted him to fight Sergey Spivak, who's at 7. This is the next best thing. And after that, you have Jairzinho, you have Alexander Volkanovski, who would get manhandled by Jailton Almeida. Also, Sergey Spivak is the toughest fight for Jailton, just because of the grappling. Tom Aspinall, absolute killer. I don't know how he's doing right now. But if you look up above that, Tai Tuivasa, Curtis Blades, that's money. He can definitely beat Tai Tuivasa without a doubt. Curtis Blades is tough because of the wrestling. The only tough part is that you have Sergey Pavlovich versus Curtis Blades. They're locked up right now, so you can't even touch that right now. But Jailton Almeida, and the way that he likes to fight, what did he have, 4 fights last year? If he gets 4 fights in this year, there's no way he's not fighting for a title. Especially if you're jumping the track against Jairzinho. What is he going to fight? Sergey next? Even though Sergey's at 7, you could leapfrog him to the top. If you fight, Sergey Spivak's looking at a guy he's number 7 right now. He's number 7 right now. He could easily fight somebody at the top and get a title shot next. The same freaking thing applies for number 14, Jailton Almeida, who has the skill set to strangle and hold anybody in that division down. Not to mention that he's freaking going to go back down, probably, to light heavyweight and take that belt too. So it's absolutely crazy what this man is doing. He's committing absolute Not even. I don't even know what even is a crime. Not fraud. It's not fraud because he's the most legit contender I've ever seen.
He's just smart.
He's like the opposite of Jorge Masvidal. He deserves to get fast tracked and deserves to have a title shot really soon.
Yeah.
This is my segment. I literally said he's finessing the UFC and he's going to be the heavyweight champion by the end of the year.
Finessing.
It's absolute finesse.
I love that.
I don't understand. Like, Jairzinho's going to have, like I've said on multiple occasions, it's going to be a long fucking night at the office.
It's going to be a long night at the office.
Yeah. Let's go get some Chick-fil-A, dude.
Okay, but thank you.
Not a sponsor.
No, but we're gonna try.
Wouldn't want you to be a sponsor too.
Yeah, they don't support gay rights. So,
they don't support my girl Nikita Dragon.
Okay, calm down. See, I knew I should have not said anything.
This is all you.
It's a sensitive community, you know.
Yeah, obviously Chick-fil-A wouldn't support a criminal.
No. What? That's not what I'm saying.
I'm kidding.
Okay,
we gotta get
what
off
I
of
was
this.
gonna say, friggin' weirdo, was that we're gonna try out a new thumbnail where we're not the clip of it. So thank you for clicking on without our faces there. So let us know if you like the thumbnail in the comments below.
It would just make things expeditiously. What? The amount of times I have to look for Bianca not doing like. And me actually looking at the camera.
Me.
Yeah,
because I'm not smiling, looking like perfect all the time.
What else are you here for?
Yeah, my job literally is to look pretty. Hopefully I did that.
Which we get like 50% of the time.
Excuse me?
I'm kidding, obviously, but I just wanted to roast. Hey, you gotta dish it out to serve it up. You gotta take it.
You gotta dish it out to serve it up.
You gotta take. What is the phrase right now?
If
you can't take it, don't dish it out. What?
Yes, no. Yeah.
Don't dish it if you can't serve it. Don't serve it if you can't.
You can't take
Wait,
it.
what is that?
You don't dish it if you can't take it. Serving and dishing out are the same thing. It's don't dish it out if you can't take it.
Oh yeah. Wow, I said don't take it if you take it. That's. What am I? Okay, I'm actually tweaking.
Suicide problems. Okay. Thank you guys.
We'll figure this out.
This song called Don't Take It Away came up, but I'm just kidding.
Conway Twitty. What did this place take us today?
I don't know.
We're talking about Conway Twitty and Nikita Dragon. Wow. Okay.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching and listening.
Thank you guys so much. You have no idea how much this means to me.
Bye.